Missing Michael Vaughan, Monkey Mondays, where we only cover the facts. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. Nelson Mandela. Known for its rich agriculture heritage, Fruitland was first homesteaded in 1897 with orchards of apples and plums. By 1902, development expanded to the northern area and businesses began to flourish along Pennsylvania Avenue by 1906. The commercial hub shifted to Southwest 3rd Street and Iowa Avenue by 1909, marked by the establishment of a grocery store, blacksmith shop, and saloon. The first post office opened in 1911, and educational institutions soon followed with the grade school in 1909 and the high school in 1928. Fruitland was incorporated as a village in 1948 and expanded by annexing Gateway Junction in 1968. Today, Fruitland is thriving, small rural community with a population of 6,072. The city features a newly renovated downtown, a growing medical district, and vital transportation corridors. Industrial jobs and commercial development provide a strong economic base, while growth in the healthcare industry promises ongoing development. Most jobs are in the service or light manufacturing sectors. Fruitland continues to honor its agricultural roots while embracing modern growth and diversity. Nestled in the picturesque landscape of Fayette County, Idaho, Fruitland stands as a serene city flanked by the meandering Snake and Piet rivers. This quaint settlement finds itself strategically placed adjacent to U.S. Route 95 within the Treasure Valley of southwest Idaho, approximately 50 miles west of Boise on the cusp of the Oregon border. Fruitland serves as an integral component of the Ontario micropolitan area. However, amidst this tranquil facade, Fruitland found itself thrust into the global spotlight during a warm summer evening in 2021, not for its horticulture bounty, but due to the perplexing disappearance of 5-year-old Michael Vaughan. This small, tight-knit community was shaken as it rallied together, hoping to find answers and bring the young boy back home. On July 27th, 2021, Brandy Neal awakens with a sense of gratitude, knowing that it marks her last day working before a well-deserved break. She eagerly anticipates spending quality time at home, especially with her energetic and fun-loving 5-year-old son, Michael, affectionately nicknamed Monkey. Leaving her family on that day presented a challenge, but Michael's father, Tyler Vaughn, will be there to care for him and the other children. Brandy has been working tirelessly and looks forward to finally being with her family. Brandy kisses Michael goodbye that morning, promising to have a few days off to play games and spend time with him once she gets off work that evening. She makes a call home around 4 p.m. to check in with her family. Tyler informs her that Michael is engrossed in playing video games, bringing her closer to the much anticipated reunion. However, just a few hours later, Brandy receives a call that shatters her world. Not long after her earlier call, Tyler goes back to check on the baby and order dinner, leaving Michael to continue playing video games. When Tyler returns, Michael is nowhere to be found. At first, Tyler doesn't panic, as Michael often enjoys playing outdoors. However, when he can't locate Michael on their property, he knows something is terribly wrong. Michael is missing. Tyler makes two frantic phone calls, one to Brandy and one to the police. A full-on search begins for finding the location of Michael.
We know that Michael Joseph Vaughan was last seen near his residence on Southwest 9th Street at approximately 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, July 27th of 2021. Law enforcement received the first 911 call at approximately 7:21 p.m. and we issued an endangered missing person alert to the area and to area residents, seeking the community to help be on the lookout. Information was sent to the law enforcement nationwide through the National Crime Information Center regarding Michael's disappearance, and he was entered into the State of Idaho Missing Persons Clearinghouse and National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The Fruitland Police Department, Fayette Police Department, Fayette County Sheriff's Office, and over 100 law enforcement officers and from federal and state local agencies converged on our small town of Fruitland that night. Physical search efforts were conducted by experts from the Idaho Fish and Game, the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, both Fruitland and Sand Hollow Fire Departments, and immense citizen help. We served over 30 search warrants, and we continue to review hundreds of hours of security and other data. And we've logged tens of thousands of hours as we continue to work this case. Our department has processed over 1,200 leads, many of which we've been able to clear, many of which we are still working on. We've had a lot of law enforcement across the entire country and internationally help us chase down some of these leads. I'd like to note that after a year-long thorough investigation, the family is not a focus of our investigation at this point. They are continuing to fully cooperate with us in all of our efforts from the investigation standpoint.
They swiftly acquire CCTV footage from around 6 p.m. showing Michael in a blue Minecraft t-shirt, blue shorts, and flip-flops, knocking on doors throughout the neighborhood. He stops at the houses of people he knows. The prevailing theory is that he has ventured out in search of friends to play with. Early in the investigation, authorities shift their focus to the possibility that Michael has been abducted. It is a difficult theory to dismiss, given the close-knit nature of the small neighborhood. The fact that Michael knocked on 3 doors before disappearing raises concerns. It is highly likely that someone who knows him would have noticed him and returned him home, especially if he is knocking on a friend's door. Yet he remains out on his own with no sign of his parents' knowledge or whereabouts. Investigators reach out to anyone who can provide information about Michael and his potential whereabouts, but to the families and the community's horror, Michael is still not home. Brandy Neal explains the day that Michael went missing.
It was July 27th, 2021. I went to work that day at 12:30 p.m. I had worked about 8 days straight. I promised him that morning that I was going to have a couple days off. I went to work. He was here with Tyler, his baby sister, and his older 2 siblings. And it was a summer day. They were playing outside. The other 2 were on their computer and phone because, they're teenagers. I called on my lunch break a little after 4 o'clock. Tyler had put baby sister down for a nap, and they were in the living room. Monkey was playing the Nintendo Switch. It was a quick call because I wanted to eat, and I got a call at work at 7 o'clock, and Tyler couldn't find Michael. And it said, check under the bed, back by the wall. And I was dealing with a customer at the time, so I just put my phone in the pocket and stayed on my phone. And then I picked up the phone, and I said, was he there? And he was like, I can't find him anywhere. And he was screaming and trying to find him. And I went and grabbed my purse, and I ran out of the store, and I drove as fast as I could home. I heard the fear in his voice. And then when I drove in, there was police, and neighbors were out looking everywhere. And the next thing I know, we can't find him anywhere. Everybody, the entire town was here searching. There was no sign of him whatsoever. They searched all night. They had dogs. They had helicopters. And there's no sign of him. They've been searching this whole time, and there's still no sign of him.
Please. Please. Bring Michael home, please. Please. Please.
He's beyond missed and beyond loved, and we need him. We need him.
He's coming home. And we're waiting for him. We're all waiting for him. Every single one of us are waiting for him. And we are going to bring him home.
July 29th, 2022. On July 29th, 2022, the case of Michael Vaughan, a 6-year-old boy missing from Fruitland, Idaho for a year, will be highlighted on a new reality series to raise awareness and hopefully gather more information to solve his disappearance. The show, On Patrol Live, will feature his case during its broadcast between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. Mountain Time. On Patrol Live collaborates with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and the Black and Missing Foundation to address ongoing cases of missing individuals. The show documents the efforts of police officers in missing persons investigations, aiming to generate tips that could lead to the recovery of missing persons. The show's producers have previously worked with National Center of Missing and Exploited Children and have helped return 19 children to their families through such tips. Executive producer John Zito mentioned that Vaughn was reported missing on July 27, 2021, from his neighborhood in Fruitland. The Fruitland Police Department, along with Idaho State Police, the FBI, and other agencies, is actively searching for Michael. While few details have been released publicly, the Fruitland Police have indicated they have many persons of interest, but no solid suspects. Nothing is absolute, said Fruitland PD Chief J.D. Huff at a press conference marking the 1-year anniversary of Michael's disappearance. Michael's parents, Brandy Neal and Tyler Vaughn, recently spoke out about the case. None of us are going to stop. Not a single one of us will stop. Michael is going to come home, Neal said. The family believes the work investigators have done will eventually bring Michael home. Initially, an Amber Alert was not issued for Michael as police did not suspect abduction. However, after extensive ground searches, they now consider abduction a possibility. The attention generated by On Patrol Live could extend nationwide, presenting a unique opportunity for Michael's case. Angeline Hartman, Director of Communications for National Center of Missing and Exploited Children, emphasized the significance of its exposure. While he has received national attention before, this is very different, Hartman said. We know that the viewers of On Patrol Live are highly invested in our missing children and do what they can to find these kids. They call themselves OP Nation, and each week they actively share our cases on social media, generating unparalleled attention for our missing children. August 21st, 2022. Movie merch for Monkey. Several area families gather at Payette's Bancroft Park to watch The Sandlot together and help raise funds for the family of Michael Vaughan. Actor Marty York, who starred in The Sandlot, contributed autographed movie merchandise, which was auctioned off to benefit the fundraiser. The gathering was organized by Kent and Cassidy Burns of Broken Halo Barber's Shop in Payette. Michael Vaughan went missing from his Fruitland home at the age of 5. He was last seen on July 27, 2021. A reward fund is more than $52,000. Individuals with information in the case are encouraged to call the Fruitland Police Department or dial 911. August 24th, 2022.
Since Fruitland boy Michael Vaughan went missing. Today, the Homeward Bound Project unveiled one of its trailers printed with Michael's face on it.
Yeah, the goal to get Michael's name and face out in the public in hopes of spreading awareness and bringing him home. And this comes as Fruitland police updated the public on the investigation. It's been 1 year since Michael Vaughan disappeared from his Fruitland neighborhood. 1 year since Michael's parents have been without their little boy. 1 year since Fruitland police first started their search for the now 6-year-old boy, affectionately known as Monkey.
We haven't stopped. Every day we have unfinished business.
To now help with the search, the Fruitland Police Department is teaming up with Washington State Patrol's Homeward Bound Project. On Wednesday, they unveiled this trailer printed with Michael's face.
We know that exposure along the interstates and highways and the roads of this country will help bring new leads and potentially help us bring Michael home safely.
This is one of 3 trailers that will feature Michael and travel across the country and Canada.
The trailers behind me are going to be seen by millions of travelers on highways around the country. These are our children. These are kids. and they're our most valuable asset that we have in our communities, and we need to make sure that we provide them with the most attention that we can give them and bring them home to their families who are waiting for them every single day, every minute.
The unveiling of the trailer comes as Fruitland police addressed questions about Michael's parents and the investigation.
After a year-long thorough investigation, the family is not a focus of our investigation at this point. They are continuing to fully cooperate with us. Today, as members of this community, we continue to agonize with the family.
We want to thank all of you, all of the officers, all of the agencies. You guys have keep working so hard, and we're gonna get him home. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna find him.
As the trailer with Monkey's face gets ready to pull away, with it carries his mom Brandy's message.
Whoever has Michael or knows anything and has information about Michael, please come forward. We need him home. And Monkey, we love you, baby. You're coming home.
And today, Fruitland police said they've processed more than 1,200 leads. Some they've cleared, some they're still working on. Right now, there are 15 trailers, including this one with 7 different children featured. Again, these trailers will travel across the country and Canada, but the primary route are along the western 7 states. So that includes Colorado, Idaho, Washington, Arizona, and Utah. And the hope, again, is that someone will see Michael's face on these trailers and know his whereabouts.
You betcha.
Thank you all for being here today for Michael and our family. This is amazing and beautiful, and we want to thank all of you, all of the officers, all of the agencies. You guys have keep working so hard, and we're gonna get him home. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna find him. And every outside agency that's helping, thank you. It's a blessing, and whoever has Michael or knows anything and has information about Michael, please come forward. We need him home. We need our baby. Please. Thank you to the community and extended communities that continue to support our family, and law enforcement, all of the agencies that are helping to bring Michael home. They stand strong, and they stand with us, and we stand with them. So if you are seeing this, please, if you know something, please, if you know anything, please say something. You can be anonymous. There's so many avenues. Please, everyone, help us get Michael home. And Monkey, we love you, baby. You're coming home. None of us are going to give up, I promise. Thank you all for being here today.
If you would like to watch the press conference in its entirety, please click the link below. October 7th, 2022, New Plymouth. With the evening of October 7th came the community celebration of National Faith in Blue weekend at Kiwanis Park in New Plymouth. The annual gathering, which takes place in various cities across the country, are aimed in strengthening the work of law enforcement officers by enabling local partnership with the help of faith-based organizations. The event was coordinated by Fayette County Sheriff's Office with the help of the West Side Assembly of God, New Plymouth First Baptist Church, and local wards of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Approximately 200 people attended the gathering, according to Sheriff Andy Creech. Creech opened the evening with brief remarks about the ongoing search for Michael Vaughan, a child who has been missing from Fruitland since July 2021. We just really hope and pray for his safe return to his family, said Creech. John Baker, pastor of the West Side Assembly of God, spoke about what law enforcement and first responders mean to him and his family. I come from a long line of police officers in my family, so I want to thank you guys so much for doing what you do and keeping us safe, said Baker. I just want to say that each morning when I get up, I pray for your safety, that you guys come home safe to your families. Regarding Michael, Baker sought to remind attendees that their prayers are being heard. Our Bible tells us that God hears our cries. I also pray for this young man that is missing. I cry out to God, and our Bible says He hears me each and every time I cry for him. I just want to let his mother know, Brandy, that God is in control of this. Whatever is going on, God has a perfect plan for each and every one of us, and He has a plan to bring this young man home safely. Adam Lyman, a New Plymouth Latter day Saints bishop, remarked about how faith and following law and order can help a person find happiness. The best thing about being a bishop is I get to see people use Jesus Christ in their lives and see the faith change them and help them be happier people. As such, Lyman encouraged those present to support government as it works to support the community. I join you in doubling my efforts to support the good government and good law enforcement so we in the community can freely pursue good works, he said. In his remarks, New Plymouth School Board member President Mark Hawes said, the U.S. is dependent on the work of law enforcement and the work of its faith based organizations to maintain quality of life for its people. There was a prophet, a king by the name of Benjamin, he said. Remember that when you are in the service of your fellow men, you are only in the service of God. What a great thing for us to do, to be service to one another and to have law enforcement serve us. It's beautiful. Hall's wife, Danielle Halls, conducted the evening's Chinese lantern ceremony, with lanterns lit around the park in honor of Michael. Neil lit the first lantern, which is Michael's favorite color, blue.
And we're just not going to stop. Everybody should know that. We are not going to stop until we uncover the truth in its entirety, I would say.
I am here to ask you all. I'm here to ask you, please, please, for your help. I am here to ask you to please keep Michael's face, his name, and his story in every one of your hearts, your eyes, and your minds.
To keep Michael's name out there, keep Michael's face out there. And, we're going to bring him home. We're going to find him. We're going to get answers.
Michael Joseph Vaughan, affectionately known as Monkey, entered the world on June 24th, 2016, as the beloved son of Brandy Neal and Tyler Vaughan. With an adventurous spirit and a zest for life, Michael embodies the purest essence of joy. Blessed with captivating blue eyes and golden blonde locks, Michael's playful demeanor has endeared him to all who know him. However, tragedy struck when Michael went missing on July 27th, 2021, from Fruitland, Idaho, at the tender age of 5. Standing at 3 feet 7 inches tall and weighing approximately 50 pounds, Michael was last seen wearing a light blue t shirt adorned with a Minecraft logo, dark blue boxer briefs, and sandals. Despite extensive efforts by both the community and law enforcement, Michael's whereabouts remain unknown. Authorities have determined that Michael was taken near his home on Southwest 9th Street at Arizona between 6:40 p.m. and 7 p.m. The Fruitland Police Department is urging anyone with information to come forward immediately, calling 1-208-642-6006 or dialing 911. The unwavering vigilance and support of the community are crucial in bringing Michael safely back home to his family.
I need you to know how much Michael is loved. I need you to know how much he is missed. Our family is broken.
You can't take one of our most precious citizens from us and ever expect us to stop.
If you have any information on Michael, please call the Fruitland Police Department at 208-642-6006. Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS and 1-800-222-8477, or call the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-843-5678 or dial 911.
He's coming home.
Hope is why we are here.